Have you fallen behind? I understand. Life happens. We have so many responsibilities competing for our limited time. It can be very difficult at moments to make time for our coursework. If you have fallen behind, there are a few things I want to emphasize. I want you to know that it is never too late to submit a quiz or an assignment. I'm referring to the writing assignment. Discussion is the only assignment that must be completed during the week that it is assigned. The penalty for late work grows each week. So after 1 week, there's a penalty. After 2 weeks, there's a greater penalty. After 3 weeks, the penalty is even greater. However, if you communicate with me, we can adjust that penalty. If you tell me that there's something going on in your personal life or your private life that is preventing you from completing your work, I can adjust the penalty accordingly. Sometimes it can be dropped altogether. So, it makes good sense to communicate with me to keep me informed. You can avoid serious penalties for late work. Now, some of you have probably fallen very far behind. You may feel as if you have a mountain of late work. Don't give up. You may feel like it's going to be impossible to pass the course, but you might be wrong. There's a good chance that you'll be wrong if you believe that. I can offer you a great deal of flexibility if you stay in communication with me. If you create a plan for your late work with my help, there's a good chance that you can still pass this course. If you have fallen behind, there's a good chance that some of your confusion or some of your late work may be related to navigation problems you're having in the classroom. So I want to take a moment to review, to sort of give you a tour of the classroom that may help you to get back on track. You're looking at a standard classroom here. Let me go ahead and limit that a little bit more. Okay. So what you see here is the course home, and the weeks are listed here beneath. So in the center, you see the announcements. You can scroll back and read the announcements all the way back to week 1. So they're stored here for the entire course. Now, to review the instructions and materials for each of the individual weeks, you simply click on the desired week. A menu will appear. You can access the discussion board, the quiz. Some of these are instructor only. You won't have some of these options. You have a weekly wrap-up as well that presents you with sort of a summary. But what I want to draw your attention to right now is the fact that the lecture is accessed by clicking on the week buttons. So when you click on week 1, you are instantly seeing the week 1 lecture here in the center. And you need to scroll down. See how I'm scrolling to the bottom of the screen. Above here, you see a summary of the week's activities, a to-do list, the outcomes, objectives, the lecture content, and then beneath that, unit reading assignments, the assignment, this is the writing assignment, a description of the quiz, and finally discussion. And the same material can be accessed for each of the weeks listed on the left side of the classroom. The organization is the same from week to week. The next area of the classroom I want to draw your attention to is doc sharing. When you click on doc sharing, you come to a general folder. In this case, we're looking at the folder for Fundamental English. And when you scroll down, the documents you see listed refer to the entire course. These are things that you might need in week 1, but you might need them in week 5, week 7, week 10, week 12, and so on. So, to access the materials for the individual weeks, you simply select the week here, scroll down, and you'll see documents designed only for the week you've selected. We have some tips for success related to the writing assignment, tips for doing well on the quiz, and then the grading rubric, which always communicates the criteria that I will use, the things that I will look for when I evaluate your work. And again, these materials are stored week by week. The final classroom element that I want to discuss is the gradebook. Some students overlook my feedback in the gradebook, and they do themselves a great disservice because I'm always going to highlight things that can be improved, areas for improvement, and if you're doing something wrong, if you're not following instructions, if you're confused, you're also going to receive instruction relating to those kind of issues. So it's very, very important that you're reading this. You're going to use attachments, add and remove attachments when using the when you're using the drop boxes and the gradebook. So you'll be asked to navigate to a location on your file, to select a file, and then attach it. And then also, when you're retrieving my feedback, attachments are again used. You're going to look for this little icon here. Looks like a little piece of paper. That indicates that an attachment has been used. I'll be sending my feedback to you again this way. So when you click on that, you'll be prompted to view the download, and you should just follow the instructions until the document appears. Now keep in mind that students are required to use MS Word, and my comments are always communicated in that format. So now, if you're having trouble with Microsoft Word, if it's not working for you during a given week, contact me and I'll find another way, another format to send you that information. We can always work around those bugs. So no worries, please. No panicking. All right. That concludes our presentation. Again, if you've fallen behind and you haven't spoken to me, if you haven't made a plan for your late work, now is the time. Please phone me, Skype me, text me, communicate with me, and together we will make a plan to overcome the obstacles that you may be facing. It's never too late. I want you to pass this course, and I want to help you. Have a great day.